treated. What does that, how do you view that in terms of, you see, there's the opposition side. We've seen today people actually took to the streets to actually oppose the finance bill. They were tear gassed. Police said, you have to stop on this particular issue. This opposition of this particular finance bill, when you see that talks from the executive and the government side, the way it is being treated, what do you make of that first?
For me, like I said, it's the rule of law. Because when I look at the bill, and I've gone through each and every aspect of the bill basically, like I said, violates all acts in place currently. So does that mean that if we are sent this bill, then we go amending each and every? When you look at the way it started from the housing levy, coming to withholding tax, coming to even issue of if I go to a tax appeal tribunal and I'm going to appeal, and you say I have to give you 20%. So the bill was not carefully thought about, because when you're preparing a bill, you're not supposed to infringe on the rights of Kenyans. You're not supposed to infringe on the constitution. You're not supposed to violate like I said, the constitution is the ground norm. It's the mother. So the minute you start tampering with each aspect, because when you look at it in totality, it affects all aspects of the Bill of Rights. You cannot dictate to me in terms of from Article 40 about property rights on where I should own a property. Again, when you look at it again, it infringes on the Employment Act, because the Employment Act clearly stipulates that the employer cannot deduct more than 2/3. How do you know what I have in terms of loans and other, aspects in it? So the minute you start deducting, remember again, still the Employment Act talks about, the employer giving accommodation. So what happens to that? When you say you're going to do the housing allowance, so because the Act clearly says in Article 19, Section 19, either you give me a house or you give me the house allowance. Okay. So what happens to that? And then the second question, aspects of discrimination come out. Like I said, the bill has violated each and every aspect.
So those are some of the things that they did not pay attention to.
They did not pay attention, because when you give this document and you tell me, if my brother here is on a pay slip, he will pay these taxes. What happens to those who do not have menial jobs? Okay. Where does that leave this bracket of people?
All right.
Then, when you also tax each and every aspect of the economy, this is a taxpayer who has not received any increase in their salary. You come and give me withholding, you give me, housing levy. So by the time this payslip is given to me, I cannot do anything with that. So what does it do on a ripple effect? So that's a question I asked, and Kenyans should contemplate that. Are we going to be going back to the dark days, even after promulgating a constitution that should act as a threshold to stop such interferences from any arm of the government?
Well, maybe,